Hey, welcome back to vosNET-Gaming. I'm vosman, and this video is a 2-minute review of Hollow Knight Silksong. So let's dive on in and take a little look. Well, Silksong is finally here. Hollow Knight Silksong, the long-anticipated sequel that promises to expand the world, challenge your skills and tell a fresh story. But does it live up to the hype? Let's find out. In just a few minutes I'll tell you what makes Silksong shine, where it stumbles and whether it's worth diving back into Hollow Nest's darker corners. So, world exploration. Silksong's world is pristinely crafted, I think. You know, it's diverse biomes, hidden nooks and labyrinths and vertically challenging jumps and everything like that. All rewards your curiosity to go and have a little look around. There's a real sense of discovery. Like every time you think you've seen all of the corners, there's like a secret passage or an alternate route waiting for you to find. And the map layout is dense but fair, and backtracking is meaningful rather than, you know, just a tedious, time-consuming event. That said, early on I did feel that some areas leaned a little bit heavily towards platforming precision, which may frustrate some of the casual players that might start playing this. And the checkpoints are generous and in many places, but sometimes the distance between those zones does feel a bit too punishing. Combat-wise, Silksong refines the combat that we saw in Hollow Knight, the original game, in many ways, like the fans were hoping for, I think. Hornet, as your playable character, feels agile with fluid mobility and satisfying responsiveness to all of the jumps and things that she can do. There's some cool things with tools and things like that that she can pick up and use weapons and abilities that you can expand over time to playing the game. Boss fights are generally varied, challenging, but they kind of are similar in the way, you know, jump over, hit, all that kind of stuff, jump, dodge and all that kind of usual tactics that you would see in a platform game. But it does test your endurance a little bit, I think. The boss fights do take some time to get good at, and then you have to keep going backwards and forwards from the safe zones, which can be a little bit annoying. But other than that, they are good, and once you unlock those areas you just feel like the game just opens up just a whole lot more. A couple of criticisms though: some of the difficulty spikes do feel rather abrupt. They're very vertical all of a sudden. There were a few moments where I died repeatedly in a short span of time, making every step a little bit harder, and you'd have to reset your sort of mindset as how you're going to tackle these sorts of things. Which you'll discover in the game. It's part of the game, but you know, it did feel a little bit steep sometimes. Also, some optional enemies feel a bit too overpowered where they appear, but overall the balance is, you know, ambitious and often rewarding, I feel. Presentation art and audio. Graphically, Silksong continues the gorgeous hand-drawn aesthetic of Hollow Knight. Fluid animations, haunting environments and a strong visual variety. The sound design is actually stellar, I would say, with ambient effects that immerse you in each zone. And the soundtrack fits beautifully, melancholic when it's needed, drama in the boss moments, and quite nice and soothing in other moments as well. It's actually really immersive. The narrative is light but effective. It doesn't take over your play but provides enough motivation and lore to drive you forward. The pacing is mostly solid, though a few lulls exist in the mid-game where you're filling gaps in the map or tackling the side content, but even those moments feel purposeful and rather than just filler of the game. So in conclusion, ultimately, Hollow Knight Silksong stands as a worthy successor in my opinion. It improves on its predecessor in many meaningful ways, introduces new mechanics, expands the world and delivers satisfying challenges. It's not flawless, but its strengths far outweigh any drawbacks. For me, it's a 9 out of 10. Well, there's another 2-minute review done for you for Hollow Knight Silksong. Let me know in the comments if you've played this game and how you feel about it. Do you feel like it's a worthy successor to the original? And if it's the first time you're here, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more content like this. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And in the meantime, you know what to do. Take care of yourselves, be good to each other, be kind, and all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one.